Welcome to another edition of Trojan Talk Live here at Waldo's Chicken and Beer. Glad to have everybody. We're not on the Buzz 2 tonight, but we are streaming on all of our social media channels, so YouTube and the Buzz Twitter account, Buzz YouTube. Jenna Birch, head golf coach of your Little Rock women's golf team, joins us. And, Coach, how's the season been? Y'all are getting ready for the conference tournament coming up here, in a couple weeks?
Yeah, we leave next Friday to head to Dalton, Georgia. So we finished out our regular season this last week in Louisiana and Monroe. So that was good. The team played great, honestly. It was great to see some really good rounds from the players, probably some of the best golf we've seen all season. And then just to see how confident the girls were in making birdies and having a good rounds going was pretty good going into next week.
I got some intel from down in Monroe, Louisiana. Somebody down there that I know was like, hey, I'm over here checking on the Little Rock golf team, and they're doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No.
You might have known who that person was.
One of your buddies, right?
Yeah. He's now the AD down there.
Okay.
S.J. Toohey, who, by the way, if you don't know this, he was in he was – the little kid in The Blind Side, the movie The Blind Side, was based off of him. Yep. It wasn't him, but it was based off of him.
Yeah, that's his family, right?
Yeah, the Toohey family out of Memphis. Mm-hmm. So he's now the AD at Louisiana Monroe, if you didn't know that. So how did it go in Monroe? It
was good. The golf course is a great test, but it also allows you to go, make those birdies. Coach Rachel down there sets it up as kind of an accessible golf course. So, there's par fives you can reach into. There's great pin locations that if you hit the good part of the green, you'll be able to have a good chance at birdie. So just being able to see that with the girls and giving them birdie chances, it was great. The final day, obviously, following the leaderboard, we weren't in such a great position after day one, after 36 holes. But, the final day we played really, really well. I think we moved up 5 spots or 4 spots in the leaderboard. We were the biggest jump out of all the teams that day. So, improved our confidence, got us on a high, ready for next week.
You have been able to take this team to the NCAA tournament. You've set some records in your time as head coach here at Little Rock. What is it going to take when you get to the conference tournament next week to repeat that feat and get back into the NCAA tournament?
We kind of talked about this yesterday. So on Easter, we kind of had a little Easter brunch and kind of reflect on, the past, this season, and then going into conference. And the one thing that we kind of touched base on is that we cannot wait until next Friday. So I think the girls heard me say it 20,000 times yesterday of give me 12 days, right? Be committed for the next 12 days. Make sure you give it your all. And then when we get to Dalton, Georgia, you have to just trust that you've done the work beforehand. Golf's a game that you can't do the work the day of. It is all about preparation, how you prepare and everything like that.
How do you think your ladies are preparing?
They're doing pretty good. Yeah, they're giving it their all. Accountability on this team is one of the big things I kind of push on them is I can want this championship more than them. I can want it as much as I want to, but it's them that are playing. So if they want it, they need to go get it. So they are pushing each other, which is a good thing.
Is there a golf course around here? I know you guys get to play some of the best around Central Arkansas. Is there a golf course around here that kind of mimics what you were going to see at the conference tournament?
So Dalton Country Club has a lot more water than what we're probably used to. If there's anything similar to it from what I've looked at, Bear Den at Chanel Country Club is probably the closest. I've been told, and I've looked at the greens. One of my former teammates actually was a member there when she was growing up. So her and I have had a lot of discussions about the golf course. And it's all about pin placements. It's all about hitting the right part of the green. So I think the girls spent about 2.5 hours doing par 3 practice today and just making sure we're being able to hit irons at pins and just focusing on green locations and stuff.
What's it take when you're trying to dial in those clubs to make sure that you have that repetitive swing down that okay, if I need the ball to fly 156, this club is going to fly 156. And if it's into the wind, I know how much more I need to put on it.
Mm-hmm. It's just repetition. Repetition, playing at different holes, playing different par 3s, playing to different targets. That's the only way you really learn. The girls know I have them out practicing and playing in every condition. I think it's kind of the running joke when it's 30 degrees and we're the only people playing at one of the country clubs. They know that, as long as we can play, a lot of them are European. We're used to this. They can't use the excuse of we're cold. We grew up playing in this. So, it's just learning to play in different conditions and everything like that. But it's just repetition and, just keep grinding.
Well, you've got the team here eating Waldo's chicken and beer tonight. Let's talk about the team a little bit. What are you most impressed with from this group of young ladies?
I think the transition that's been made by all of them and the development since the fall. As a coach, and Trey, you know me, I'm pretty straight to the point, but the first tournament in the fall, we went to Purdue and it was rusty, it was ugly, it was me and my assistant sat down at the end of day one and was like, this could either be a really good year or a really rough year. So going from that to seeing them work hard every day, put everything they can, and then obviously have the result pay off last week. So just the grind that they have. And, we make the running joke in Little Rock Athletics and with everyone who supports us. I know I'm not an easy coach to play for. I push them, I make them grind, and, it'll be good to see that eventually pay off.
When you push them, what do you get in return from them? Are they happy that you're a coach that tries to push them to be their best? Or do you get feedback back? They're laughing about it right now.
Uh-huh.
You get feedback back of, oh my gosh, why is she doing this again to us?
I mean, sometimes they're my friends. Sometimes I'm probably the worst enemy and they just don't want to admit it, and that's perfectly fine. I actually think that's one of the things I say on our recruiting calls when they first talk to me is, if there's not a day in 4 years or however long you play for me where you don't hate me, I didn't do my job. I'll be your biggest cheerleader, but at the end of the day, I'm here to try and make you better.
What is the recruiting pitch for you to try and get a student athlete to Little Rock?
There's probably 3 things that we touch on. We work hard. We really do, whether that's physical, whether that's on the golf course, whether that's nutrition. It is nonstop, from the minute you land, and they all fly in. So the minute they land at Little Rock Airport to the minute they fly out, I expect them to give it their all. The support we get in this community is insane. I've never witnessed it, especially I've been at 3 institutions, and this is the greatest support I've ever seen for women's golf. And then the golf courses. We're very fortunate for the golf courses that we have.
I was going to say, you have a practice facility at Eagle Hill. Mm-hmm. You also get to play at the Country Club of Little Rock.
Yep.
Chenal Country Club, which has 2 courses, 36 holes out there, the Founders and Bear Den. Pleasant Valley Country Club that has 27 holes. You can sneak across the river and play Maumelle Country Club if you would like. And every now and then you maybe get to go out west and play one of the better courses that is in the state of Arkansas. It's consistently ranked in the top 100 of courses around the country, the Alotian Club. And you're right. The courses that you have around here just are the top of the top, aren't they?
They are. They really are. And, to have that support, to be able to make that phone call and know that tee sheet's going to be open for us. We went out to Mystic Creek over spring break, and, they opened up the club for us and let us play. And we host the home event down at Diamante in Hot Springs Village. So, it's unbelievable.
Mystic Creek. First time I ever laid eyes on it, I was like, my gosh, what a golf course.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's a beast.
And it hosts an Epson tour stop, which is ladies professional golf in September. And maybe some of your ladies might be playing it in a real professional tournament someday.
Mm-hmm. No, it is a great golf course. From start to finish, there is nothing easy about that. It is a golf course that if the moment you think you've got it, it will just turn around and take it right back. So that was kind of fun to take the girls down there and see what they did.
I think, let's see, number 5 is so tight of a driving hole, a long par 5 that maybe 25 yards wide, a fairway, might pinch to about 20. But then once you get to the green out there, the greens, I believe, out there are really the defense of that golf course.
Yeah, no, they definitely are. We had, I think there was only me and Chloe that have played Mystic Creek before we went. And, you stand on that first tee and you have no idea where that hole is going. And everyone's like, Coach, where are we hitting it?
You hit at that tree down there through the fairway.
Yeah, and we played 3 against 3 against 3. So I was just like, I'm not I'm not giving you the help. Like, I played this. I'm keeping it to my
You're
team.
trying to beat them.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't lose. So we're keeping this to myself. But no, the Greens, I mean, they hosted the Sun Belt back when the men's team won it a few years ago, and we went down to watch that and support the boys, and we saw some putts get put off the greens and into water, so they can get them greens running good.
I want to talk about the Birdie Club
Yes.
because I know that it's a competition to where you guys are trying to make the most birdies you can, you and the guys combined. And with that, donors donate money based on how many birdies you guys make. Is that the gist of it?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it works is donors can pledge an amount per birdie that the teams make during the season. So we have some people that pledge 50 cents, $1, $2, and
You have anybody that pledges $5 per birdie?
no.
Okay. 'Cause that'd be pretty expensive.
They would be my best friend if they pledged $5 a birdie. But it's great. It's a great way for them to keep connected. They'll get, weekly updates from either Coach Austin and I about how the teams did. We kind of give them a little bit of a different quote than what's in the story. Online, it's kind of a more personal quote. Sometimes, we say some of the bad stuff if it didn't go too well that week of how we struggled, and we're kind of real with it. And I think that's what everyone wants to hear. We all can say we played great and we tried every single week. So that's kind of a cool thing. And then, I think the good thing for me is the girls, they know exactly how much every birdie is worth. So it's kind of cool when they make a birdie and they're like, hey, coach, we've made you another $42. And, we'll have the running joke of being like, great, you can eat dinner tonight. It's just kind of one of those things. But, yeah, it's a great concept.
Well, right now I'm looking at it. Total for both programs, I guess this is through the ULM Invitational for you all and the good one for the men, right?
I don't think it includes the good one.
Okay, so it doesn't include the good one, but right now 739 birdies. Is that a record?
I think we're literally even with last year.
And you still have more to play.
And we have, girls, we're going to say it, we have 2 more tournaments to win. The boys,
that.
they have 2 or 3. We got a lot more to play.
When you look at the OVC and golf in the OVC, and this being the last year going to the OVC conference tournament, how does the field stack up?
It's women's golf is kind of one of the things. We have a couple of teams that are kind of close to us in how we play and rankings and stroke averages. Morehead State and Tennessee Tech are probably the closest we have. Morehead, obviously, if you follow women's golf, every year we've been in the OVC, it is being down to us to the final day between the two of us. And that's what we kind of expect this year. Told the girls yesterday, we're going to have to put the gloves on. And it's literally, we are so close that it is player by player. There is probably no separation between the two teams right now. So it'll be interesting to coach. Everyone who comes down to help with administration will all be in a group chat. They'll probably get blown up with me or by me of what's happening with every single group, but it'll be a really close one.
How do you feel about the 5 that you're going to take to Georgia?
So good thing is
you get to take 6.
Good. Would take 6.
Okay.
We do have the substitution rule. My entire roster will travel, so the entire 7 will be there just to kind of have a team spirit. Haven't quite decided yet, but obviously we'll do the substitution if we need to. But no matter who's in my lineup, I'm confident I wouldn't have you on my team if I didn't.
I agree with you. She is Jenna Birch, head Little Rock women's golf coach for your Little Rock Trojans. All right, give us a little insight into 2 of the golfers you brought here tonight. We're going to bring them up one by one, but tell me why you chose these 2.
Oh, boy. I see Chloe's hands on her head right now. Fee came in. She was very, very, very eager about wanting to come to Little Rock.
She's from Germany.
Guten
Tag.
Yep. So, for her, she had so much development that could happen. She was shooting good scores, but we could see the potential. But it was the want to come to Little Rock. And that's what I want in all my players. I want people who are going to come to this program and make it better, not just kind of hang out for the ride. Chloe transferred to us this fall. And I think the energy within the first 2 minutes of the phone call with Chloe told me that, one, she'd give me a bumpy ride because she was full of energy, so this could be great.
Or
or it could be bad. But I also knew that, like, she would bring an energy to the team that we needed, and she has. She really has.
all right. So which one do you think we should talk to first?
Chloe.
Chloe first.
Yes.
All right, Chloe, come on, you're up. So we'll talk to Chloe. Coach, we'll let you go enjoy Waldo's chicken and beer. Thank you for coming out.
Thanks, Trey.
All right. Come on, Chloe. I want to make sure I'm going to have you pronounce your last name because I don't want to screw it up like sometimes I unfortunately do. So put that little headset on. Yeah, that way. Just like you're wearing headphones, and then you can sit down and talk to me and you'll be on camera and everything. Mom and Dad will be able to watch this.
Yeah,
someday
I don't know if they're going to
back home.
understand, but yeah.
Chloe, how do you pronounce your last name?
Poisek.
Poisek.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was. Marseille, France.
Marseille, yeah.
Did I say it right?
Yeah, Marseille, yeah.
I mean, I speak English. I don't speak French. But Coach was saying, you're kind of a fireball with this team. Why did you decide to come to Little Rock?
Honestly, because, the golf course we're playing are amazing. I don't know. Yeah, I really had a good vibe with the coach when I had the call. It's a good team. Just, yo.
You guys are getting ready for the conference tournament down in Georgia next week. I mean, you've got some great weather to prepare for it this week. Hopefully the weather stays this good for next week. What do you think the Trojans' chances are when you get to Georgia?
To be honest, we're probably going to win it. We want to win it. So yeah, no, we're pretty confident and we're going to work for it.
What would it mean to you, Chloe, if you guys were able to go down there and win the Ohio Valley Conference for the last time that Little Rock competes in the Ohio Valley?
That would be amazing. I win with my last team last year, and it was just amazing because it's just, just the atmosphere and just the fact to win and like with the team, it's amazing. So I really hope we're gonna win it, and yeah, it's gonna mean a lot.
What would it mean to you if you guys are able to win and get to the NCAA tournament?
What did you say?
What would it mean to you if you guys were able to win the OVC and punch your ticket to the NCAA tournament?
A lot. It's just going to mean that we put the work in, We've been working hard, and we're probably going to work hard the next two weeks. So it's just going to mean that, the more you practice and,
We're not going to upset any golf courses that you guys get to play, but I want you to tell me which one is your favorite and why.
The courses that we're playing, like
that you get to practice on here in Little Rock. Which one is your favorite and why?
My favorite is probably Diamante, to be honest.
Diamante,
yeah,
okay.
My favorite one.
Why is that?
Because it's the easiest.
It's the easiest.
Yeah.
Okay. It's easier than Chenal and the Founders course?
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, 100% sure, yeah.
Okay. Why is that?
It's probably the shortest one, I would say, and it's the one that I've been playing the best.
Of course, that's the one you play the best on, so that's the easiest for you. What part of your game is the best right now?
I would probably say my putting. My long putt are not that great, but my short putting is pretty good. And I feel like it's actually kind of like what's the most important thing at golf, like short game. So, yeah, I would say my putting.
What do you spend the majority of your time practicing on?
Range, I would say my irons, because it's one of my weakness. But yeah, I would probably say range.
Do you have aspirations after college of turning professional?
Yeah. I want to try. I really don't know what I'm going to do after college right now, but I don't know if I'm want to be like GA and then try, but I definitely want to try.
You think that Coach Jenna would have you as a graduate assistant?
Oh, I don't know. You have to ask her.
Oh, she just gave us a crazy look. Maybe not.
Well, okay.
2 more years. She wants you to play 2 more years, and then maybe.
Okay. We'll see.
Yeah. Your teammates, what is this group like? I mean, they're all out here supporting you all tonight. And what is it, a tight-knit group?
A what?
Is it a tight group,
the
team?
Yeah. We're really close. We have a good, we really have a good spirit. I really like my teammates. So, yeah.
Being a Little Rock Trojan, what does that mean? Does it mean like, you guys are going to try your best every event that you're out there playing in?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Lowest score you've ever shot?
300.
What-
And it was actually this season. I think it was Diamante.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's why you like Diamante.
Oh, yeah.
So that would be, let's see, Diamante is a par 72, so that would be a 69.
69,
Very
yeah.
good score there.
Yeah.
Very good. Anything else you want to add? Any questions for me?
For you?
Yeah? I've never done that before. Okay, I asked. All right, Fee, you're next. So, Chloe, thanks so much. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we'll be following your scores, okay?
Perfect. Thank you.
And hopefully you guys are on to the NCAA tournament.
Thank you.
Awesome. Chloe Poizak joining us. All right, Fee Grassell is going to join us now. Fee is like, oh my gosh, I just have to follow her. Yeah. Fee, you're a junior, so you've got a year on her. You're from Germany.
I am.
So explain, where in Germany?
Heidelberg.
Heidelberg,
Yeah.
Germany. Where is that?
It's like an hour south of Frankfurt. I don't know. Have you
Okay,
heard of
I've
it?
never been to Germany. I've
You
been
should,
to Europe.
you should go. You should
I
go.
should?
Yeah.
My last name, they say, is German, and you
What
know,
is it?
Schaap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know some over there?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, maybe it's some ancestors or something. I mean,
No.
who knows? Why did you decide to come to Little Rock?
Oh, mostly because of the coach. And then
Mostly because of the coach. So
Well,
there's some others.
there was a former German one on the team. So
Okay,
I talked to her, and yeah, I just loved it. Like everything she told me, like the team spirit and everything. It sounds like sounded like a family. So that's why I joined.
Does Coach ever really get on to you guys, and what you're thinking when she does get on to you guys? When she's like really strict and tough with you? Are you like, come on, Coach, give us a break?
Well,
You can say it.
there's different kind of persons, but yeah, it gets to my heart sometimes.
Oh, really? I can imagine
But
that.
it's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's something I need.
What's
It pushed me.
What's this season been like? Has it been a tough season? Has it been an easy season? Has it been just, kind of the average?
It kind of started rough. I mean, we have a lot of new faces on the team and everything. But yeah, I feel like there was a good development on the team and everything.
I want to ask you the same question I asked Chloe about the courses that you get to play here in Central Arkansas. How does it prepare you for what you're going to face when you go to a tournament?
Yeah, so right now we just try to focus on the basics, try to hit the fairways, hit the greens, two-putt, and go. So I feel like that just prepares us a lot. It doesn't matter like what course we practice on, like just hit the fairway, hit the green, two-putt. and
Yeah,
leave.
if everybody could do that, they'd be really good.
Yeah,
I
would be
mean,
nice.
That's the object of the game of golf. You
Yeah.
hit a fairway,
Yeah.
you hit a green, two-putt, you move on. Maybe
Yeah.
every now and then you one-putt, you get a birdie.
Yeah.
What is the best part of your game?
Right now it probably say my driver.
Driver.
Just
What's
yeah.
your average?
like distance-wise.
Distance. I'm not going to ask swing speed. I'll ask that later. But what's your average distance? To what?
To
50?
220. Well,
220.
last week we played a course which was dry, so
Yeah.
it was a little bit longer.
Rolled
but
out a little more.
It did. It did.
Well, in this course that you're going to play, if it doesn't rain between now and then, it's probably going to be pretty dry, too. I mean, I know the Masters is coming up this week, and they say that Augusta National is playing really, really fast right now because they haven't had a lot of rain. So it's going to be pretty dry, and I don't know that we're going to get a lot of rain between now and then. What do you want to work on the most, Fee, before you get to Georgia next week, right now?
So right now it's mostly my irons, hitting the greens. And like as a team, we want to try to bond a little bit more. So we do a lot of like team events, like watch a movie together, or like last night we had the Easter brunch.
What's
So,
the last movie you watched?
I can't hear you.
They're not even giving you any help. Y'all all watched the movie
What
together.
was it? QPNB.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it.
It was like a romance movie. I
Oh,
loved
yeah,
it.
well, I'm not going to watch that. If it doesn't have anything to do. Best golf movie ever made. Do you know what that is?
No.
Greatest game ever played. Yeah. You go watch it. I think that's what you need to do, Coach. Y'all have to watch that on the drive over. Greatest game ever played. I mean, I know you have this nice van that has a TV in it. That's what Coach needs to put on, and you guys watch that on the way over to Georgia. You're going to win the OVC, and you're going to make it to the NCAA tournament.
Yep.
What would that mean to you if you guys were able to do that?
So I want another ring. So Of course, it would feel amazing. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
experienced that 2 years ago. Felt amazing. It was it was just like a family. Like everyone came out to watch us. It just felt amazing. Like our trainer came, and it was just like he was like our team
Ronnie,
dad.
yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Ronnie.
Yeah, and I want everyone else to experience that too. So,
I think Ronnie's going to get to go again this year. Awesome. That's good to hear.
Yep.
How often do your parents get to come over here and see you?
Oh, so they try to come one semester. I'm spoiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often do you get to go back home? Do you go home like
Twice.
Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas and summer break.
Yeah, Christmas and summer break. What are your plans for the summer?
So I actually just got an internship at home. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna work at a golf course at home.
Play a little golf too?
Of course.
Play some amateur events
Yeah.
in Germany?
No. Oh no.
No?
No. But I'm playing for like my club at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
When you are on the course playing and you've got Coach Birch over here in your ear and you're like, Coach, I really think it's a 7-iron. She's trying to tell you, I think you can get the 8 there. What's that conversation like back and forth?
To be honest, we don't have that conversation because she trusts me. So we mostly just talk about the yardages and then I decide the club.
See, you just said yardages. I would have thought you would use meters.
Well, I'm using meters, yeah. But she's
Okay,
using
see,
us.
okay, I was right. I mean, you people from Europe, y'all use meters over there and everything, and I don't understand it. I went over there to play, and I'm like, why is this in meters? I need yards.
Yeah, well, I don't understand yards.
Of course you don't. What is it, like 10% difference, I
Yeah,
think? I can't do the math that fast, so that's on me. If you guys were able, besides another ring, what would it mean to get a victory in the OVC and become another NCAA tournament team?
I mean, it's just amazing. Like, it's just an opportunity. Like, I think we have a few on our team that wants to go pro after, so that's a great chance, like, for them to play against like one of the best.
All right, I asked Chloe her best course. She said Diamante.
Yeah.
Is that yours too?
I go with her, yeah.
Why is that?
It's just the easiest. Like, it's short. I can hit my short wedges in, and yeah, Chanel, you have like long irons, and that's not the
You
best
don't
part
like-
of my games.
Oh, it's
No,
not the best part, so you
no.
got to work on that.
I am working on it.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good. Well, Fee, thanks so much for coming out.
Thank you.
And best of luck at the OVC tournament next week.
Thank you so
We'll be
much.
following it, and hopefully you guys are on to the NCAA tournament as well.
Perfect.
All
Thank
right,
you for having
thank
me.
you. Appreciate it. That's Fee. We're going to bring up Austin Oath now, the head coach of the Little Rock men's golf team. And Coach Oath, we're matching. We're twins. We didn't even text each other and say, hey, what are you wearing tonight? No, I'm just going to wear that Little Rock golf pullover. It actually looks pretty cool. I like it. Oh, and by the way, I mean, people on TV or watching can't see it, but I just showed him a nice little belt that the Trojans sport sometimes when they're out there on the course. Let me make sure you're in camera good. Yep, you're taller than the rest of them. There you go. So what's the season been like, Coach?
It's been a little bit up and down. This spring we've had a lot of guys play well. We just haven't quite done it as a team, but we've had a lot of really good competition. So, we just haven't quite put it together as a team, really. But, a couple guys, freshman Vigo and sophomore Elliott, who didn't have their best semesters in the fall, they've both played a lot better this spring. So, I think we're close, and we got 2 events left and before regionals to kind of show that as a team.
Speaking of the 2 events that are coming up, let's talk about the one that you guys just got back from, a week and a half ago, the good one out in Stanford, Palo Alto, a very nice golf course out there, and Ed played pretty well.
Yeah, Ed did great. He had one tough hole the final round, but other than that, he played exceptional for the week. It was set up really tough. The rough was 5 inches. The greens were rolling close to 13 on the stem.
Oh, wow.
The rough was so thick. I mean, if you didn't have a wedge, you pretty much were chipping out almost, or just laying it up to the front, trying to get up and down. So, it exposed a couple guys a little bit, but helps us for next week. Indiana's a really hard course, but Ed played solid. He's played solid all year, really. I mean, he's had a really good breakout season this year.
What did it mean to you and the team to have a PGA Tour champion as a volunteer assistant that week out there in Palo Alto?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Glenn was great. He had he had a lot of things he was telling the guys. You know, it was funny. I was joking with him. I was just kind of busting him like, "Hey, Glenn, I've told them that they didn't listen. They didn't listen to me, but I don't care who they listen to as long as they listen." So that was kind of funny. We laughed about it, but it was good. You know, just little things that, you know, he might do with his wedges or strategy or whatever that might be. Just hearing it from someone else. You know, it's kind of like going to the same swing coach forever. Like just hearing it maybe a different way to someone else. So it was really good. He walked with Ed a lot during the tournament. So it was nice. We had a good time.
You're a local boy. I say local boy, you're a local man, but you grew up in Benton, Arkansas. You ASGA champion, stroke play champion. Did you ever get player of the year?
Yeah, once.
That's what I thought. I thought you did. And then you go off to Purdue for college, and then you decide, okay, I'm not going to play professional golf, which I thought you could have. You decide, I want to be a coach. Why?
I got a little burned out, but I didn't want to leave the game and didn't really want to go the PGA route. It's a great job. It's fun in its own way, but I wanted to be around the guys, and I'm just so competitive. Like, it's just a competitive job as well, you know, trying to win and things like that. So it's cool to see guys develop. Like Ed's really developed from last year to this year and taken a big leap. So like that's the coolest thing to see is just something like that where the guy takes such a big jump, you know, from his freshman year to this year.
Austin, in this day and age of college athletics, and let's talk about golf, let's say what it is. It's a non-rev sport. How is it to build your team and knowing what you have, the resources you have, and where you have to go out and try to get some resources from the community to help you build the team that you want to build?
Yeah, we're lucky. You know, two things really. I mean, everything that, you know, Jenna and Jake had done before I was here, you know, that's been amazing. Everybody we have that supports us, the admin that supports us, and then with being from here, we've had a few different donation streams on our team that have helped us a lot just from people back home. So that's been a huge help. You know, it lets us to travel. We get into some really nice events against some really good competition, and without that we wouldn't be able to do that. And then, you know, it kind of gives us good exposure to ranking points and things like that, to where our good weeks really help us. You know, our good week in Cincinnati in the fall really helped us a lot. We beat Arkansas, you know, and that week really helped us throughout the whole season, really, with the points we were able to get there.
As you get ready for the home stretch, if you will, up in Indiana, and then the OVC conference tournament for the last time before we move to the UAC on July 1st, what's the message to your guys?
Yeah, I think, sounds weird, but I think try a little less. I think we've just been trying too hard. Mm-hmm. Our putting's sort of been holding us back. But I just think we're kind of trying to make it too much, you know, and, you know, with putting, you just can't do that. It sounds weird, but you just can't force it in. You can't, you know, you got to hit your putt and hit your stroke and try and do the best you can do, and then, you know, let it go in. You know, I think we've just tried a little too hard at times, because it's kind of been the easy holes that have been holding us back, which some of that makes me think that we're trying a little too hard, because we step on a hard hole and we'll make par 9 times out of 10. I mean, we play the hard holes really well, but you're not stepping onto that hard hole trying to make birdie. You know, so I think that'll be kind of a focus for the next 2 weeks. Luckily, Indiana's course is going to play really hard, so that'll maybe help us relax a little bit. And then I think, you know, at Purdue, I know the course really well, obviously, so you know, trying to take advantage where we can, and it's got some hard holes as well.
I was going to say the OVC Championship at a course that you know extremely well.
Yeah, I helped, you know, get it set up to go up there. I mean, part of it was really just we have a lot of European guys, and at least the grass is bent, you know. But yeah, I know the course really well. It's a great spot. It'll be a good spot for a championship. It's got some good match play holes on it since we do match play, and it'll be a good test.
What does it take? I mean, the ladies, they play stroke play to determine a champion. You guys have to play stroke play, and then you've got to get in the top 4 just to make it to match play to try and win a conference championship. Is that difficult?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest part of it is if I, you know, double, I'm only up
one hole.
You know, and that's the biggest shift.
Which I'm going to make double quite a bit. You're going to make birdie all the time.
Which that's the biggest shift. You know, I think that not getting frustrated that I'm 3 up on the guy, but I'm only 1 up. You know, I think that's the biggest part of it. Really, is trying to get over that, and then just trying to be a little cutthroat. You know, make him putt the 3-footer or whatever it might be.
You guys being able to practice, and I asked Coach Birch the same question about the courses around here that you guys have the option to get to go play and practice, and the membership comes up to your guys and talks to them on the putting green or on the driving range or something. And sometimes they might ask one of the players, hey, I've got this going on. They might give them a quick little tip or something. What is that relationship like with the courses around here that maybe you don't get at every college that around the country that you get here in Little Rock?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's great for them to interact, you know, and put themselves out there. I think it's great for when they get done playing. Maybe there's an avenue that they may help you when you're done playing or whatever that might be. But, you know, I think it's cool for them to see that people are watching too. And you just get to interact with a lot of different people. And maybe it's play golf with them on a weekend or and get away from the team or whatever that might be, you know. I think that's how the whole relationship with Glenn started, really. He was around at PV and wanted to play, and you know, we were kind of there, and that's kind of how all that started, and he loves playing with the guys now. So,
who's going to go with you the next couple of weeks?
Magnus is going to go.
He's back. He's back in.
He's back in. Yeah.
You kicked Glenn to the curb. Sorry, Glenn. Not this time. No, I'm missing. Glenn's a great guy, and I know he did a great job out there for you all. And like you said, it's nice to have someone give a different look and maybe a different way of saying something to the guys that it might click. You never know who it's going to click with or from. Some of the guys on your team that you're going to be counting on the next couple of weeks, who are they besides Ed?
I mean, all 5 of them, really. You know, everybody's got to play, everybody's got to count. But, you know, Ed for sure, you know, Rhett and Mark, I mean, they're our older guys. You know, those are the guys that they've been playing college golf for 2-3 years. You know, they've played a lot of events, you know, so kind of leaning on them. Rhett's obviously been here for, you know, this is his 4th year here. So he won conference last year. I think that was great for him and kind of show him that he can do it. You know, I think that helped with him. And but they've been there. You know, Rhett's been on both sides where we lost and we won. So, you know, I think he can help to get the guys motivated as well.
When you get to the conference tournament, is there a bitter taste in your mouth of what happened last year?
Well, last year we won. Year before.
Well, the year before, that's right.
The year before. I mean, there's still a bitter taste from 2 years ago.
Yeah. But you want to leave the OVC on a high note and win it and say, all right, bye-bye, we're leaving now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. I mean, to win 3 out of the 4 years we would have been in the OVC. And, you know, we got to go do it. We got to play golf and play our best.
What do you think it would be like to get another ring and stamp your ticket to the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, it'd be great. You know, ranking-wise as well, we're kind of right there. Need a couple weeks for that, too, a couple good weeks. But for sure, I mean, that's what we're trying to get to nationals. So can't get there without regionals.
Well, Austin, if you beat me my fair share of times on the golf course, so I hope you go up there and you beat everybody in Indiana, and then you beat everybody at Purdue, also in the state of Indiana. By the way, at the conference tournament, we'll see you in the NCAA tournament.
Perfect.
Well, I mean, there are several regionals. You have a pick of where you would like to go for the NCAAs? Just get us in.
I don't care. Wherever. We'll go wherever. We've played wherever all year, so not really picky on that part.
Yeah, I like that. Austin Oaf, ladies and gentlemen, head golf coach of your Little Rock man. All right, Ed, you're up next. Ed Featherstone, who is in the building, straight off the course. Got a good practice in today as they get ready to head up to Indiana for the Hoosier Invitational. Starts on Saturday, the 18th, and Sunday, the 19th, before the Ohio Valley Conference Championship in West Lafayette at the Purdue University Golf Course, April 26th through the 29th. And Ed joins us now. And Ed, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. It's nice to talk to a Southerner and now talk to Ed from England.
I know.
I love the accent.
A little different, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's a lot different. Not just a little. It's a lot different. Ed, just like I asked you when you were a guest on my podcast From the Shortgrass, why Little Rock?
I think it's a combination of things. I don't think you can pin it to one. I think the coach, for one, is a very good coach, and he gets the best out of us, and the schedule's extremely good as well. But like you've mentioned before, the courses we play, they're pretty special, and they really support us and in our practice and everything we do. And as well as the team, like, we have a great team vibe, and we're all capable of doing really great things. So I think it's a combination of all those.
Coach and I kind of talked about it. Glenn Day, PGA Tour champion, was able to travel with you guys out to Palo Alto to the Stanford tournament out there, the Goodwin that it is called. What was it like having him around the team?
It was pretty cool. I mean, he fortunately he helped me quite a bit on the golf course and off the golf course as well. We spoke about strategy, especially because for me it's not so much being able to hit the shot, but choosing the right one and choosing the safe one sometimes, and when to play aggressive. And he's got a plethora of knowledge, and he's spent many years with the best in the game and the best coaches in the game, and all this knowledge is awesome to listen to, and it sort of just inspires you just listening to it.
What kind of insight did he give you? Where did he help you the most?
I think just over the ball, like the process pre-shot, and then just the freedom over the ball of not, you can get in a position where you try and guide the shot, and I think he did a really good job of getting us to loosen up and just hit your shot and pick your target and swing freely, I think.
What is the best part of your game right now?
My driving and irons are pretty good, yeah.
Yeah?
Pretty good, yeah.
What was it like playing out in Palo Alto at the Stanford University golf course?
Awesome. I mean, luckily the course suited me pretty well. It's a bit of a ball striker's course, but it's a bit weird not having a semi-cut. Like, it goes straight fairway to 5-inch rough, and that was a challenge, definitely, but I think we adapted pretty well, and the condition was really special, so you can't complain about that.
Yeah, the weather was nice out there, wasn't it?
It was
no
also
rain,
nice.
Maybe a little bit of wind at times?
A little bit. I think it got up to maybe 15 miles an hour at times, but mostly pretty calm, and it was beautiful.
Was it an easy walk?
No. It's a tough walk to carry. Luckily, no 36-hole day.
Yep.
But it was. You get some hills there, and you grind up some of those, yeah.
Now, were those Poana greens out there?
No, I think they're bent.
Bent? Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So you don't have to put on Poana. That's
I know.
good.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. How's this season been for you guys, Ed?
It's pretty good. For me personally, it's been pretty solid.
Yeah.
And I think the team, we've left a lot out there. We can say we're capable of doing much more, and I think we will in the coming 3 tournaments we have, or at least 3, maybe hopefully 4, and we'll do our best. But I think we're in a great position, and we've done a pretty good job.
When you look at the makeup of this team, guys like Mark Stockdale and Rhett South, what do they mean to you younger guys?
They're pretty cool to have on the team. I spoke with Vigo, our freshman, the other day, and we were trying to, you can take bits from every player on our team and try and adapt it into your own game, and whether it's on or off the course, like Mark is he's a very mature person, and you can take that from him and things he does. And yeah, Rhett's a cool person to have on the team, just vibe-wise. Like, he really helps us out in low moments, and he just keeps you going. He's really good.
And the thing with Rhett is, he's an Arkansan. He kind of knows this area a little bit, although he's from Northwest Arkansas, but still, he kind of knows this area a little bit better. As you guys get ready for this home stretch, if you will, what do you want to work on the most to get ready for the Hoosier Invitational?
I think it's just the mental game, really. I think everyone's game is pretty much there. It's just making sure it happens when you need it. I think we're working pretty hard in our process and routine to make sure that does happen. And just being free and not, like Coach said earlier, we've been trying to hold it, I think, too much or trying a little too hard, and you get a little tense, and I think that can affect us quite greatly. So,
if you guys are able to win the OVC championship, put a ring on a finger again, just like you did last year, get to the NCAA tournament, what would it mean?
I think that would be pretty special. The OVC is obviously a big thing for us, and at the end of the season we look towards it as a good goal. I think we know we're destined for things beyond the OVCs, but it's a great moment to have. I think if we get it done like we did last year, it was pretty special to have a moment like that with the team. So yeah. What
do you think it would mean if you guys are able to win the OVC, get into the NCAA tournament, and then qualify for nationals out in Carlsbad at La Quinta?
Yeah, that would be awesome. That's been our goal. I mean, we have our own goals, and we don't have to share them all the time, but our goals are for the nationals and to perform well there. So, and we're very capable of doing it. I think we know the path to get there, and we know we can do it.
All right, I asked the ladies this, best course that you get to play around Central Arkansas. I'm going to ask you, best course that you get to practice on as a Little Rock Trojan.
Does this exclude Lotion?
Yeah, we can't say that one because that would be hands down number 1.
I quite like PV.
Yeah.
I quite like PV. Chanel is also really nice, and I really like Founders. I played well around there, but PV's a pretty cool place to be, and the freedom we get there, and the putting and the short game areas is like, it's a nice place to be in practice.
You guys host your Everett Invitational at the Founders Course at Chenal every October. You guys have dominated it the last several years. What's it like when other teams come in and you guys just beat them down on your home course?
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You sort of dream of having that opportunity, but to be honest, in the moment, it's quite confusing because, well, for me anyway, because I played quite well and I was watching it and I didn't really understand why they were struggling on certain holes, but they do, and they do consistently, so I guess we just have the knowledge around them.
All right, there are a lot of golf fans in the audience tonight, some watching on the streams as well. The Masters is this week. How much of it will you watch?
All of it.
All of it. All right.
Yeah.
Is this the year Rosie puts on a green jacket?
I hope so. I was a big Rory fan last year, and I really want him to do it, but now he's done it, and I saw how close Rosie's come a few times. I think it's his time.
Are you like me? I mean, I'm sitting in the office. Are you sitting in class trying to watch, live from the range and all that other stuff on a computer?
I'll be watching everything I can, yeah.
You can't get enough of it, can you?
No.
What is it about it?
I don't know. You can there's just a sort of aura about the place that, you can even see through the TV screen. I can't imagine what it's like to be there, but you can just see it through the TV screen.
Ed, I don't want to get ahead of yourself, but you're just a sophomore. Are there plans to play professional golf after college for you?
Yeah, I think definitely. I think that's my goal, and I'm putting slowly stepping stones to getting there, and I think this place is a fantastic place to do that.
Do you have a caddy picked out yet?
Not yet. I promised George, our assistant coach, last year that I'd get him out, but I think a few people have claimed him, so if he's available, I'll have him.
Yeah? What's that relationship like?
He's been support. Last year I really struggled, and he really helped me out in the lower moments, and this year he's been keeping track of everything we've been doing, and we've lucky enough to see him a few times and in Florida, and yeah, he's an awesome person to have.
You talked earlier about Coach Oaf. What does he bring to this Trojan team that you guys just work so well together?
I think there's a lot of knowledge coming from being a really good player. I think that can apply to all of us, and he can help us out on a level that other coaches, just can't really. Also, he gets the most out of us in practice, and he knows how to poke us a little bit to make sure we can handle the pressure in certain moments. So I think, there's a lot to say for him, but he's doing a really good job.
What does he do to poke you?
I don't know. Not sure we can say every now
No,
and then.
yeah, we can. We're not live on the radio. This is streaming tonight.
No, he'll
or do you poke him back?
It's as good as he gets, yeah. Yeah, we don't hold back, but, he knows your weaknesses sometimes, and he'll make sure that, he'll choose a certain person to hit that 6-footer to end practice or something. So, yeah, he'll build the pressure.
If Justin doesn't win this week at Augusta, who finishes in the top spot?
I don't want to. Probably Scheffler. He's just had another kid. He's free now.
The kid's there.
I know.
9 days old, and the kid is on the property.
As he should be. He's going to be a master champion one day, maybe.
Have you ever thought about, Ed, what the drive down Magnolia Lane would be like if you're ever fortunate enough to do it the week of the Masters?
All the time. I think I'm going to do it one day, I hope, and I'll be, hopefully it's everything I dreamed of.
Can you make me this promise right now, because you know how hard it is to get a ticket?
Yeah.
If you ever make it, everybody knows where I'm going in this building right now. Even Dan back there knows. He's saying, no, that's mine. If you ever make it, can I get one of those player, family type credentials that you get?
I'm sure we can find a way, yeah.
Awesome. That's what I'm hoping for. He's going to make it to Augusta, ladies and gentlemen, someday. Coach Oaf, you're not going. I am. Ed, thanks so much for coming out, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Good luck at the Hoosier Invitational. Good luck at the OVCs and hopefully the NCAA tournament as well.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
All right. That's Ed Featherstone joining us here on Trojan Talk. And that'll do it for Trojan Talk this week. We hope to be back next week as well. So long, everybody.